Hey, Steeler here, Singing Moments. I hope you're all having a great brand new year, and I figured I'd show you the editing process that goes into the making of these videos. And let's get right to it. We have Grab Bag from Rainbow Six Siege, the More version actually, and I have the timestamp around here somewhere. This is just the unedited version. Today we're going to be doing Invisible Touch, the second version that Jeff does, and this is from 440 to 452, so let's go and find that. I had bookmarked this previously, specifically for this video, so I don't know how it will pan out, but we can see that we're almost there, so we're going to go into Audacity. This is the main program that I use. Usually I actually use this to record my microphone audio that you're hearing right now, but of course I can't do that because I need to do a stereo mix here, which just takes all of your computer sounds and records that. So all we have to do is press the record button and go back to Grab Bag, press the play button, and then just wait for him to start singing, which he's doing now. Very beautiful singer. I actually didn't hear him in the original Achievement Hunter quintet that they did. Okay, so there, he's done now. And let's just stop the video so we don't get any more audio contamination. Now you can see that we have his audio clip, and if I play it, I'm actually going to cut this right here. Sounds good to me. We'll just trim off the end here. And yeah, Audacity is completely free. It is multi-platform, and it works amazingly. It has some of the greatest tools I've ever seen, and proof of that is my videos, because they actually don't sound half bad when you add the music to them. Speaking of which, we should go and do right now. So now let's look up Invisible Touch by Genesis. And because he's actually singing the words of the song, I'm going to use the original. I won't use the instrumental version. Well, I don't actually see a Vivo of them. Usually I like to give views to the Vivo channels, but let's see, we got that there, still on stereo mix. I actually have to find the part where they start singing the chorus, but again, I'm not using the instrumental because he didn't improvise his own lyrics, and it'll actually sound good when that syncs up. So now we just have to go through here and hopefully not get a copyright strike. Okay, there's the chorus somewhere in here. I'll be right back. Okay, I'm back. I have the chorus here isolated. I just didn't want to show that because I will get a copyright strike. Luckily, the YouTube copyright stuff does not actually get activated because I have Jeff's or other Achievement Hunters vocals over it, and it doesn't pick it up too well. So luckily for me, I don't get videos taken down because, well, they're horrible. Well, it's actually good singing when you set it to the music, but they're originally horrible singing just sort of drowns it out. So now I just did it amplified there so that all of it is nice and loud because it was a little bit quiet before. And now we can start playing it back. Now obviously Jeff was singing that a little bit fast, so we're just going to take, usually I like to take one measure of what they were singing, so just this first little part here. So you can hear that he's at least probably a second behind. So now I use the most useful feature. Look at all these features. I freaking love Audacity, especially because it's free and stuff. So go pick this up. It's really fun, and there's a low learning curve, so you can learn this pretty quickly. But if you go to change tempo, you can just change its how can I do this in layman's terms? How long this piece will become without affecting the pitch, which is amazing because otherwise,
if it was slow, it would start to go deeper.
I don't know why I just did that, but let's bring this up to, I usually like to do nice round numbers. Let's try 3.5, see how that works out. Now, Jeff is actually singing that very fast, so let's actually, I just Control-Z'd that, and now I'm going to bring it back to about 3.75, I don't know. I just, that's the beauty of this process is it's trial and error. Now, if you slow it down too much, you can begin to hear the distortion in it. That's a problem. So I'm actually going to bring this back to 3.5, and oop, got to go back a little bit. And so now I try to isolate the. I got to press stop button first. I have to isolate the actual music itself because I didn't think I'd have to do this, but apparently I do. I've got to speed this part up a little bit just so it matches, because if I lengthen Jeff's audio too much, then it would become whoa, voice crack. Then it would become too distorted to understand. So now if we go to about 3.25, that'll probably work. Yeah, it's actually pretty good right there. I might actually slow it down a little bit more. I don't know, I just like to get things exact, especially because more and more people are watching my videos, and now I feel like I have to get it perfect. That's good for right now. Usually when I complete the whole thing, I'll go back through and just edit out a little bit of mistakes in the timing. Now we just squish this guy over here, squish this guy over here, and now I think this will happen. Just listen to the actual Genesis music. Did you hear that little skip in there? That's because we have these black bars in here. And you can see that there's a little bit of silenced audio here. Not sure why it does it, although I do know how to fix it. We just have to drag this little bar right here, press the cut button, and that should fix it. There you go. See, you got to learn these little tricks just to know what you're doing. I've been doing this for a while, obviously, so I have a little bit of knowledge here. And then it's basically a redundant, repeating process. It does get a little repetitive, but the payoff when you actually hear it synced up and it sounds pretty good, it's actually pretty nice. So I'll just show you one more. Well, that was a good try by Jeff to get the lyrics right, but it's close enough. So then we just do the cut process there, and I might have to do another cut right here because there's a little bit of a pause in there in the original song. Then we just try to sync up this part. We're going to slow this guy down a little bit. I'm whistling a lot today through my front teeth there, my incisors. Let's bring this to 1.25 just to slow it down a little bit. Ooh, that's an interesting situation. I get these sometimes where they're slow in the beginning and then they speed up at the end, and it sort of matches at the end, but it doesn't at the beginning. So this is usually a hard piece to edit. I might have to leave it like that, unfortunately, but yeah, I'm gonna finish this up, and I will come back to you when I have the completed sample, and then I'll show you what we do from there. Okay, I'm back. Took a little bit more editing than I thought it would, but I believe that we are done. We're just gonna listen to it one more time. Oh, start from the beginning. There we go. Sounds pretty good to me, so now we're just going to do a fade out for about half a second actually over here. That'll just make it fade out nicely with Jeff still singing in the background. We do need to amplify it a little bit, so we will actually do the opposite and de-amplify. This one will go about -3 or so. You can see that it made the waveforms a little bit smaller. Let's do it again. Now you can hear right here. You can hear when he says invisible, it sort of distorts. That's because his audio waveform was stretched out a little bit, and the human ear begins to pick up these little discrepancies. I usually like to keep the Achievement Hunter's audio louder than the original song's audio. That makes it more noticeable. Sounds good to me. So now we can go to export, and we will go into, no, not Speed Pianist, that's my other channel. We will go to music, Rooster Teeth songs. This is the third 25. It just helps me organize things a little bit better. And I already have one made for this. Where is it? Invisible Touch 2. Look at that. The title is already there for me. And a file name already exists. Replace. Yes. That means it will do it on stereo track, and I don't care about any of that. So now that's done. So where do I put it? Well, then I go into Roxio. This is the one that came with my video capture software that I did for my gaming channels for 2 years. And I already have it on the intro, so everything is mostly preset for me. All I have to do is add the audio. Oh, that was pretty slow. The only problem with this editor, I mean, it's very powerful, has some pretty cool features, but I would recommend getting something else like Premiere or Final Cut, because this has a lot of glitches and tends to crash a lot. Let's go to music. We'll go to Rooster Teeth, third 25, and it is Invisible Touch 2. It's probably going to crash right... Yep, there it is. I'll be right back. Okay, we are back. I had a couple more crashes, and I don't know if this will pick up on the recording, but the screen might have gotten brighter because I actually plugged in my computer, and I didn't spell that right, did I? No, I did not. That's better? But yeah, I plugged it in, and that made my screen go brighter because I was running low on my battery power. So all we do now is we take this side of it, and we'll drag it over here just to match up the end of the audio. Wonderful. We will go to the internal tracks, and we will do our text slide. So you can see that I just have a basic template that I edit every time. So we will call this Invisible Touch 2. I spell that right? Yes, I did. We will then go down to here, and oh, I actually have team in there. I don't want team in there because a single person did it this time, and that was Mr. Jeff Ramsey. Should I spell it G-O-E-F-F? Nah, I think I'll leave it like that. Usually in the description I spell his name G-O-E-F-F just as a long-running joke. This was by Genesis. Let's hope I can spell this right and not spell it like Terminator Genesis. Genesis. No, I did not. There we go. I think that's right. And we have the video title, which is Not NerdCube Loves Just Cause. I have a NerdCube video open in the other tab. Let's go back. Let's see. Because I don't want the title to be too long, I usually like to keep it just running on that one line there. So, let's call this one... what am I going to call this? I don't remember what I called the first one. I guess I could look that up really quickly, but I think I'll just call it this this first part here. As a matter of fact, I can probably copy and paste this. Wonderful. That'll make my life a whole lot easier, because the text editor in Roxio is very slow. It's like deathly slow. And you can see that's a little bit too big, so we will just do the entire thing and bring it down to 44. Oh, so close. Maybe I can get rid of... Yeah, I'm going to get rid of the beta. So you can see that when I start erasing things, it just takes such a long time for my order to go through, which is unfortunate. There, you get the point. That's good enough. Hopefully people can find the video from that. And let's see how good my memory's not good. Let's look it up. It was 440 to 452. You'll notice that I use semicolons in the title in my files, because you can't use colons apparently. I already forgot it because I was talking for too long. Was it 420 or am I just thinking of Ray? It was 440 to 452. I'm sorry. 440 to 452. That's all you got to do. Not the $sign. That is something completely different. Oh, don't crash on me. Don't crash on me. Come on. Keep it together. Got it. And then I just do one final listen back after I Control S it, of course, to save it. And then we can see everything fades in nicely. Oh, look at that. Lovely. Let's make sure Genesis is spelled right. Yeah, that's spelled right. And fade out, and it's done. Wonderful. Now we go to Output, Export As. And we say we want this in AVC HD 1920 by 1080 60p. 60p meaning 60 frames per second, because I'm surprised no one has commented this yet. I do this sort of as a comical joke now, but I make all my videos in 1920 by 1080 60 frames a second because I want you to have the most crisp and framiest text slides you can imagine. Now, I do know that higher resolutions actually give you better audio, but there is absolutely no need for 60 frames a second when I'm doing text slides. It only takes like half a second longer to render this thing. So we will normalize the audio, make sure the title's right, create video file, and now you can see this super slow thing go to work. It is actually fairly slow. It's just rendering a 14-second video, yet it takes probably 1 to 2 minutes. Of course, I do have a lot of stuff down here open and stuff, but it's actually not starting. And that worries me a little bit. We'll just press cancel. Oh, well, it probably crashed. Okay, I'll be right back. And this shows the importance of saving your work. We'll go back to 60 frames a second. It really did not want to render those slides in 1080p. That's all right. And everything's good. Let's do it this time. There we go. So now it does it. And yeah, that's just going to render now, and then I will upload it. Actually, while it's rendering, I guess I can talk about a couple other things. If you want to, you can subscribe if you haven't already. Check out my other videos if you already have. Watch them again. They're always fun for another cheap laugh, because it is comically hilarious how bad at singing they are. But yeah, you can check out my other channels, my exempt channels if you want to, my gaming channels I was talking about earlier, or just my other physics channel, piano channel, all those other good things. I'm really trying to make it big on YouTube, but it's not working out too well for me. We're already halfway done in the rendering process. This is very exciting, I know. Everyone likes to watch this. Well, not much else to do now, but I'll see you in a sec when it's done. It's now time to upload the video, so I go through here. No, that's more Speed Piano stuff. Let's go over to videos, should be in here. And Invisible Touch 2 is the one we want. I have preset descriptions and titles. Now all I have to do is type it in. Invisible Touch 2. I probably shouldn't be using Internet Explorer because it really does not like it when I type in YouTube credentials, Invisible Touch 2, and then I do the -HS. I can't even remember the acronym for the channel. We add this to a playlist. We go to Scheduled, and I always upload my videos at 12 o'clock p.m., which is noon Eastern Time, of course. January 3rd, that is indeed tomorrow, right? Wait, today's already January 2nd? Jeez, where's time getting away from me? No, I'm sorry. It's just 12:30 in the morning. Okay, let's. Oh, well, this also happens on Internet Explorer. The upload page freezes, so we're gonna have to redo this again. I am so professional. So for some reason, Internet Explorer really likes to get a death grip on this tab. I can't close it in any way unless I use the Task Manager, but then again, I have to close every single window in the Task Manager in order to be able to get rid of this guy. It just like, nope, I am going to be frozen here forever until you shut off your computer. That's okay, we'll try it one more time. Invisible Touch 2. Deja vu right here. This just shows you like what kind of obstacles I have to go through every day. I probably could switch over to Chrome or something, but I'm too lazy. I have all my like bookmarks and stuff here. Okay, we're gonna go January 2nd instead because that is this morning. And as I was saying before, I always upload my videos at 12 o'clock noon. I love this scheduled feature that YouTube has. Did it freeze? Oh, it almost froze again. Look at that. Look at that. Not even the circle spinning. Just this uploading bar's going up. This is crazy. Okay, now I can't even click anything. I seriously hate Internet Explorer. That is all the moral of this video is do not use Internet Explorer. There we go, I finally kicked back into gear. I'm just going to publish this, and I will think of a really clever description. If you haven't seen my descriptions before, you should probably read them, because that's probably the funniest part of the whole thing. If I do say so myself, I'm sort of boasting about that now. But thanks for watching. Yeah, subscribe, like, all that stuff there. Best part is I don't need custom thumbnails because it automatically puts it on there for you with all the information you need, including the title and description, artist, and whatnot like that. Publish that on January 2nd before the whole thing freezes again. Wow, I frickin' hate Internet Explorer. And yeah, I'll see you in the next one. If you like videos like this, if you just want some sort of podcast for me to do because you, for some reason, like my personality, which is probably not true. You might like my voice more than anything. That's about all I have going for me right now, except when it cracks like this. And I'll see you in the next one. See ya.